Hey everyone, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving celebrating with your family and friends. I know I enjoyed myself. We didn't do too much around here. Our kids did not come to town and we didn't make plans to go anywhere. So we just had a little quiet meal together, my wife and I, and we had some good food and I enjoyed myself and had some delicious eats. Now, so I just completed week 46 and taking you back to week 45. I had done an injection in my right thigh for the first time ever. And while I had normal satiety and hunger signals, my food noise was out of control. I was craving sugar nonstop and I was overeating. Even though I was full, I was seeking out cookies and candy bars, trying to satisfy my sugar cravings. And I just went overboard. By the time that I had deduced that maybe my injection site was the cause of this, I had already re-injected that same thigh, my right thigh, for week 46. So I was a little bit concerned that I would have the same impact for week 46 that I had in week 45. Actually, I had a very, very good week that really surprised me. Now, I had made the assumption that the 2.2 pounds that I had gained during week 45 was the result of this injection and the food noise. And a lot of that was actually water retention as my body was storing carbs that it could not burn off. And with that, there's an accumulation of water in order to store those carbs. And so my weight went up for the week to 2.2 pounds. I took my injection for week 46 in that right thigh on the 22nd. And by Sunday, the 24th, all of that excess weight was gone by then. I weighed in at 208.8 on that Friday, the 22nd, and then by the 24th, when I checked my weight, I was at 206.3. So all that water weight was gone by then. And as I hit Monday and Tuesday, I was a little bit concerned that uncontrollable food noise was going to come back, and I didn't see any results of that. And I don't know if that was because I was more mindful, or that the medication worked a little bit better this week than it did the previous week. But I was able to get through the week without any issue. I was a little bit concerned because Thanksgiving fell on Thursday, of course. So, and that's the day before my injection. So by that time, the effects of the medication is starting to wear off in terms of food noise suppression and satiety signals. So knowing that, I went into Thursday wanting to just enjoy the day, enjoy the meal, not worry about this or that. But I did weigh myself that morning in case I had some weight gain from enjoying the day that would cause some water retention, or from the sugar intake or the sodium intake that would impact my weigh-in number the next day, which would have been Friday, of course. So when I weighed myself on Thursday morning, my weight was 205.9. So I had a really good week, all things being considered, getting rid of all that weight that I had gained the week before. And I actually didn't gain much of anything from enjoying my Thanksgiving food. When I weighed in on Friday, I weighed in at 206.1. So that's going to be my official week for the week. So that brings me down 2.7 from the previous week. That now puts me down 34.6% of my starting weight of 315.1, which started on January 12th. I am, at the low end of that range that I mentioned that I want to be in, 205 to 215. So I'm getting on the borderline of that bottom number, 205. And in the coming week, I think I will drop exercise plan and go from 4 days down to 3 to see if I can close that caloric deficit a little more. I wasn't unhappy about the 208.8 weigh-in that I had the previous week. I think that weight was perfect. I was just a little bit thrown off by the food noise and having such a big gain in one particular week, which is unusual for me. So I would like to slowly climb back up to somewhere around 210, so I can split the difference between that 205 and 215 and kind of bounce within that range. But I'm not going to kill myself to do it. I'm happy where I am now. My scale has now put my body fat percentage down to 20.1%. So I'm inching a little bit closer to, I said that previously that I want to get to 20% or below. So I'm just right there on the cusp of getting there. I think the creatine is helping, but I am missing the Samorelin. In particular, the ability for the Samorelin to impact sleep. I've been having a little bit of trouble sleeping the last week and a half, 2 weeks, as I stopped using Samorelin. I'm really missing that aspect of it. But, that is what it is. I should also mention that week 46 is also my 17th week of maintenance. So yesterday on the 29th, I took my injection for week 47, which will also be my 18th week of maintenance. I used the 7.5 dose of compounded tirzepatide, and that continues to go real well for me. So yeah, so that's where I am at right now. Again, I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving. I am looking forward to seeing what happens this week, as you know, every week has been a different adventure for me, seems like, on maintenance, trying to figure this thing out. I'm going to nail it here eventually. But thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a great day and a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon.